Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom reviews. You see by the title below, this is on episode 4 of Soushin Shoujo Matoi, and this episode, it definitely was obviously not only a conclusion to, I guess, an arc in a way that it finally finished defeating this, the Creed killer or whatever they call him, and it had a lot more backstory for Klaus to pretty much explain why the way she acts and why the way she's so hell-bent on killing this certain knight. Obviously she wants to kill all knights kind of thing, but she's super hell-bent on killing this one knight. And we get to see that back, in her past, that she, had a partner. Her name was Flores, and Flores had a different type of view compared to Klaus. And pretty much she believed that, obviously that they could also reason with them, that, they don't always have to fight, that knights aren't all bad, that obviously, God gave them, created them as well, kind of thing. And in the end, that obviously ended up killing her, or pretty much killing her. She was destroyed practically by the Creed killer when she tried to reason with the Creed killer. And after that, Klaus said she would never let that happen again. She would never, make that kind of mistake again. And that's why she is the way she is. She wants to stay alone. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to have another partner ever again after that. And that is why she's so hell-bent on killing this certain creature. We also do get to see, learn a little bit more about knights and stuff. She explains it to Matoi and everything, explains how, gods, how they came along, how they were able to, people were able to be, taken over by gods in a way. Obviously, like Matoi, divine unions, what they call them, and then also how knights came along as well. And then, of course, you see Matoi with her naive kind of personality and thinking, isn't there a way they can, you can communicate with them, stop them, solve things peacefully. Obviously, she kind of acts the same way as Flores, and that's why you see at first, that does affect Klaus when she's talking to her. But later on, it comes to the point where she's just like, stop. She doesn't want anything to do with that. And there's a confrontation where obviously the Creed killer does arrive. The fight, in my opinion, wasn't that particularly amazing. I thought it would be a little bit cooler and everything, but it ended up just being that the Creed killer and that other knight fought them in the upper worlds or something, and they end up killing one of them, being sucked back into the regular world, to which it looks like everything's gonna go bad. Everything's obviously gonna end right there with the Creed killer killing them because they can't do anything about it. And then of course Matoi, as even though she doesn't really know how to use her powers, she's still super OP. We've already seen that she can be OP by blocking certain things, and this time we're able to see her pretty much gathering and summoning all the gods from every little thing, like piece of life, like plants, trees, all those kind of things. And it's pretty much like the guy was saying, it's the notion, the country's notion of pretty much there is a god in everything kind of thing. So that's why she was able to gather, pretty much all the gods from every single life around there, every object, and then able to stop the guy from using that huge gravitational bomb he was going to send. And then of course, Klaus does get her revenge and is able to kill him. But we do hear him at the end saying that he is obviously not the one in charge of this. Someone sent him to do all this kind of stuff. And that's obviously the main foe that we will probably be seeing later on in, the next episodes. And the reasoning is probably he's trying to, for some reason, they're trying to get Matoi. What is Matoi, centered around? Why is her power so special and everything? We still do not really know. But overall, it was a pretty good episode. Not the most amazing episode. Like I said, the action wasn't that crazy. It just showed more and more of, it was a good, I liked it because of the backstory that it had for Klaus, and really explaining why and how she, what happened to her and why she acts the way she does, giving her that kind of revenge story, and really, layering out who her character is. And then at the end, you do see that this episode and kind of the arc in a way, not really the arc a little, but by saying, showing, how Matoi and how important she is and all the enemy kind of stuff, all the knights. It's definitely more info for these episodes, along with obviously now we will have obviously seen the preview that now Klaus is friends with Matoi and Yuma, and it looks by the preview as well that Yuma will be finally showing her powers in the next episode. We do see in the opening, spoilers. It's not really a spoiler since you've seen. I mean, it is a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure you already know if you've seen the opening that Yuma does get her powers, and it's wondering. Obviously she's able to go into these different worlds and stuff like that when normally you shouldn't be able to. She's able to see Matoi's Matoi's God when she shouldn't be able to because no one else can. So it obviously shows that she has the power as well, and it looks to be that the next episode is where we get to see her God, to which it turns out from the looks of it, from how the opening shows, it's two, and not just one but two, and she does say in the preview that a Tanuki and Fox spirits are pretty much messing with them in this next episode. So it's probably going to be, the next episode is probably going to be showing Yuma gain her power. So that should be pretty exciting because I do like Yuma's character. Still don't really care for Matoi's character at the moment. Maybe she'll get better along the way, but at the moment, right now, Klaus is my favorite. I love her story so far, and her character overall is pretty awesome, and her moves, her skills and armor and weapons is kind of just like Saber Alter from Fate Stay Night. So that's why I kind of like her a lot too. Yuma, I just like her personality. She's just so what the hell, in these crazy situations where normally you'd be freaking out. She's like not like that. She's joking around at times and even trying to help and save them, even though she has no powers at the moment. So it definitely shows that that's the reasons why I like her character overall. While Matoi's at the bottom, sure, she's OP at the moment. Sure, she is the main focus, and there's some importance behind her and why the knight, the Creed killer was targeting her. But at the moment, her character so far needs more development because I don't really care for it. Still see her as kind of just a whiny, naive girl that just wants to save everyone while also not fighting kind of thing. That's gonna change along in these next episodes, and I can't wait to see how that goes on. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And until next time, guys, see ya.